But Max, like we said, we got to start with some October baseball,
Wow.
the playoffs, fellas, because we're into the divisional series now. Let's start in the American League. The Royals swept Baltimore in Baltimore last week. My
Wow.
goodness, that was a
Wow.
surprise. They are now tied 1-1 with the Yankees in the ALDS. We see Salvador Perez hit a big home run in game two last night. That was out of here, no doubter. Max, anything for the Royals Baltimore series or this Royals Yankees series for me?
Big shocker because I picked Baltimore. I thought Baltimore had the edge on them, but hey, the Royals are red hot as well, dude. Bobby Witt Jr., Salvi Perez, man, Salvador Perez. He's was the MVP in the World Series back in 2015. He's arguably the best catcher in the game, or hitting catcher, I should say. And I'm not saying defensive catcher, hitting catcher for sure. And his leadership on that team, man, with a bunch of these young bucks. It's really, really exciting to see. I love that this series is tied 1-1, Cold Breezy. What do you got?
Yeah, I didn't think the Royals would be making the playoffs this year, and
Mm-mm.
definitely you had them in there, so props to
Mm.
you on that. But them taking down Baltimore in Baltimore was a shocker. But I think the Yankees are gonna be too much for them. You still on the Yankees in this one?
Still got the Yankees on this. I love what they did last night against Rodon, but I still got the Yankees. Aaron Judge, man, he has to wake up. Okay,
Oof,
he has not done anything. I see
cold,
him. I see him striking out after striking out.
cold.
When it comes to October, Aaron Judge is struggling. All he needs is one big hit. Okay, he hits one out of the park. That's it. It's going to turn his entire playoff situation around. Okay, so you know, just stay patient, Yankees fans, before you start booing them like A Rod.
Stay in the American League. AJ Hinch took his Detroit Tigers back into Houston and swept the Astros 2-0 blow. Now they're playing the Guardians. That baby's tied 1-1. Game two last night, we see Kerry Carpenter get up in the top of the ninth. 3-run home run. Kerry Carpenter's first career postseason homer to get game two. That series now 1-1. Tarek Skubal was on the mound for the
Mm-hmm.
AL. Anything on these Tigers, Astros, Guardians for me, Max?
What a game! It went all the way into the ninth, and Carpenter hit a bomb off of Class A, Class A, his ERA was like
Woo!
0.47 this season. It was
Woo!
unhittable. I think they had him in for 2 innings, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe he was losing a little bit of juice there. But man, the Tigers, like you said, a couple reasons they're red hot. Guardians, they better wake up, man. They better wake up because Tyreek Skubal is by far he might be the best pitcher in this entire series, this entire playoffs. Honestly, he's going to win Cy Young Award. He will win it this year for
Yep.
the AL.
Yep.
But can they get him back into the rotation on Game Five? Okay, is he going to be starting if they get to Game Five? Because they're going to need him. They're going to need him if
Yeah.
that is what happens. So we'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see.
They needed him to pitch one more game. That's almost like a free square and bingo
Yeah.
having Tarek Skubal up on the mound. Let's not forget he led the American League with 18 wins,
Yep.
with a 2.39 ERA and 228 strikeouts. A pitching triple crown. Okay, this guy's definitely the Cy Young, Max. I'm with you for that. And Tigers, yeah, they're the hottest team in baseball since mid-August, and they can keep that rolling. They can keep that rolling. This is going to be a good series.
Yes. No doubt about it, Cole Breezy.
Let's move on to the National League here, Max. We saw the New York Mets defeat Milwaukee 2-1 in Milwaukee. That was the only one that went 3 games, if I'm not mistaken. Now they see the Phillies in the next round, tied up 1-1 right now. Game three going on as we speak, Max. We saw the polar bear Pete Alonso smack one out in game three. Aaron Nola had 8 strikeouts in the first 5 innings. I got that baby on pause right now. Going to finish that game after we get out of here. But Mets over Brewers, and then Mets versus Phillies. Anything for me, Max?
Oh my goodness. All these teams are red hot. The Mets look unreal. How cool is it? Francisco Lindor stepping up to the plate and you hear the fans yelling MVP,
Yeah.
MVP. You got to love that, man, because
Mhm.
I mean, I brought it up last week. Francisco Lindor is having an MVP season. Okay. He's not going to win MVP, but he had a unbelievable year. And the way the Mets have been playing, I would not be surprised if they take down the Phillies, but I find it hard to believe because the Phillies, man, they got that great pitching staff, man. They got a good bullpen.
Mhm.
So
Mm.
I don't know. Maybe it's the bats that are going to wake up because from the score that I'm seeing, I won't say anything, Cole Breezy, because I'm not going to ruin it for you. But the score that I'm seeing, you got to wake up. How about that?
Yeah, got to get the bats woken up. Definitely love Aaron Nola. Definitely wish I could keep him. Staying in the National League, the Padres swept the Braves at home last week, and now they're playing their rival, the Dodgers. It's tied up 1-1. Boy, we saw things get chippy, Max. We saw things get chippy. Jerkson Profar, he's chirping with the fans out there in left field. Fans are throwing balls out at him. We
Yeah.
see in right field Fernando Tatis. He's egging on the fans, and they're throwing shit at him. They're throwing beer cans at him. That's ridiculous. The stakes are high. Emotions are running high. Let's not forget this is the Padres, only their eighth postseason appearance in franchise history. And they've met the Dodgers now in each of their last three trips. Each of their last three trips, they've met the Dodgers. 2020, the Dodgers swept them in the NLDS. 2022, the Padres got them back in the NLDS 3-1. So this is kind of like a rubber match here, Max. Give me your thoughts on the Padres sweeping the Braves and then this Padres Dodgers series.
The Padres just freaking railed the Dodgers the other night, 10-2. Okay, this is
Woo!
a juicy series. Okay, it's going to be closer than we think. I'm hoping Game 5. You always want to see it. Real quick about the Dodgers fans, dude. These are the worst fans in baseball, and this is the reason I'm going to say this. Obviously people are going to say, "Oh, the Yankees. They're always hating." It's like, no, the Yankees are diehard fans that bash on their own players if they suck. Okay. The Dodgers, on the other hand, they're all so drunk in the outfield that they are always getting in fist fights. And apparently now they want to get in fights with players on the field. Go Breezy, I told you this before. I'll say it again here on this podcast. I went to 8 games back when I was in LA. All Cubs games. Always wanted to see the Cubs take on the Dodgers, at least one a year. I saw 8 games. Every single game I saw, there was a fight in the outfield, and that is not an over-exaggeration. There was always a fight in the bleachers. They always have to pause the game so they can go clear that up. These fans are ridiculous. They are out of their minds. Okay, they're just nuts. Okay, the fact you're gonna go fight somebody, in public, you're gonna get arrested.
Over a game. Over a game with a ball.
So stupid. And the Dodgers are always winning. So what are you mad about? What were you disgusting? And it's usually Dodgers on Dodgers. It's not like it's not like the opponent. Maybe sometimes, probably, but for the most part, I was always seeing Dodger jerseys fighting each other.
Ridiculous.
My gosh.
Ridiculous.
LA is just toxic, man. It is a toxin. Ugh, gross.
Dodgers Padres game 3 tonight in San Diego. Looking forward to that one.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.